And welcome to Insight with Lesley. My name is Lesley Pazdzioch. It's a pleasure to have you join me on my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to be our best friend. How do we really connect with ourselves and become our own best friend? But before we get started, I would like to ask you that if you like the information you find on this channel, ring the bell and consider subscribing so that you are notified when every new episode comes out. And if you're ready, let's get started. So how do we become our own best friend? Becoming our own best friend begins first by really looking deep down inside of us at some self-care, at a self-care level. But I'm not talking the self-care where you go to the spa or that we take a long weekend. And while those are really helpful to us, we ultimately have to come back. And then that rush and that flows back right into our environment, and it ends up being back in the same place that we were in before. The changes I'm talking about really need to come deep down, soulfully within ourselves. And it's easy to find what that is if we really want to find it, and we take the time to look inside. Because let's face it, we are our own worst enemies. The things that we run through our mind about ourselves, the things we say to ourselves like, God, how could I have been so stupid? Or, oh, I can't believe I forgot that. You know, these are all really damaging our self-esteem and our self-worth, and they're really not helpful to us when we're trying to build a solid, trusting relationship within ourselves. And ultimately, that's what we need, that ultimate goal, the ultimate relationship within ourselves, so that we can move forward in confidence. No matter what situation comes, we have that compassion, that inner courage and inner strength. No matter what we face, we know that we are true to ourselves. We know what defines us, and we can move forward with self-esteem and a self-assurance that we know the directions to take. One of the techniques that I find very helpful is by taking and creating a list of 3 or more personal characteristics and qualities that I express towards myself on a daily or regular basis that I really feel good about. And what I mean by that is, you know, how are we expressing love to ourselves? Do we love ourselves? And are we feeling that love? You know, we express love to our children, we express love to our significant others or to our family or whomever. But how are we expressing love to ourselves? And the next thing is, are we really being sincere with the way we are towards ourselves? Is our treatment of ourselves really on a sincere level? And do we show ourselves understanding? Are we understanding of ourselves? And are we loyal to ourselves? Are we truly loyal to ourselves? Sometimes I'm not so loyal to myself. If I'm, want to go home and just relax and have a glass of wine and listen to music or read, somebody calls me up, my kids or something, that somebody else needs something. Sometimes I just show up whatever I had planned for myself and go take care of somebody else's needs. That's really not being loyal to myself. That's really not asking myself, is that really truly what I need for me? And the next thing is to create a list of qualities that you feel good that you have about yourself. And what are some of the qualities that you feel that you have within yourself that make you who you are and bring you pride within your own individuality? And after you have these 2 lists, the next thing that's really helpful is to write down some sentences or a short paragraph explaining the proof that you have to yourself. Because we can always say, oh yeah, I'm this, but then when we start looking for it, we kind of like, is that really truly who we are? But when we start writing this out and saying, am I patient? When was the last time I was patient with myself? Do I trust myself? Am I loyal to myself? Really start writing it down. We might think we are, But when we have to really start looking inside of ourselves, sometimes we don't find the things that we think we're going to find within ourselves. You know, what actions are we taking towards self-care and self-love, and to build our self-esteem and to really care about who we are on a regular basis. Now, when you're done with these lists, and there's something maybe you want to reaffirm or you want to start bringing more into your everyday life, pick one or two of these items from your list and begin writing. If you believe in affirmations or setting intentions, whatever, you know, write your affirmation or statement of intention that really makes you feel good, and that will begin repeating this to yourself. Begin repeating these affirmations and begin repeating and setting these intentions to your day, that you're going to be more kind and gentle to yourself. You're going to have more self-care, more love for who you are by going through these steps. And you're going to be make yourself more aware of the priority that you need to have for yourself above and beyond everything and everybody else. For some of us, I know for me personally, there were years when I was never a priority. I never made myself a priority. And once I started making myself a priority, then I was able to deal with many more situations in life in a much more calm, reassured, self-assured fashion than ever before. It's amazing the power that we find within ourselves when we really start to take care of not only ourselves just mentally, but take care of ourselves as in our own identity. Taking care of self-care of our own identity. And perhaps begin these statements with I am. And repeat them throughout the day as many times as you possibly can. You know, 3 or 4 if that's all you have, or 6 or 8 or 10, for at least 20 seconds. Just repeat these to yourself. Repeat them in your car as you go to work. Repeat them, you know, as you're standing in the shower, whatever you need to do in order to repeat these, so that the more you repeat these statements, the more it'll become of a behavior for you, and you become more self-aware of it. And try this for 21 days. And if you find it to really be difficult to remember or to believe these statements, because we have to feel it, really feel whatever we're saying. We just can't say something and then go forward, because that's obviously what we've been doing in the beginning. But we really have to start really looking inside of us and feel those affirmations and those intentions, and really put them into place into our lives where they're going to be effective. And you know, don't wait until there's like trouble or some sort of a discouragement in your life. I mean, really start building your self-care. I like to think of it as my first aid kit, my personal first aid kit that I build, and I build it and I maintain it every day, and I make sure that I have my affirmations and I have my intentions, and that I self-care on my daily by meditation. I take care of myself every day, so that if there's ever an emergency that comes up, I know that I'm always prepared. If you wait until the last minute, you might forget something, and you're not going to have that strength build up like you really need to have. And so by doing this, you know, like I said, don't wait until you're discouraged. And also a suggestion that works really well for me is first thing in the morning when I get up. The first thing I wake up and I say to my divine, good morning, guardian angels, good morning, spiritual divine realm, and thank you for giving me this day. And then I smile. And then I start thinking, I am so grateful I have this day. This is going to be a really great day. I'm so glad I have this day. I'm going to make it the best day possible. Just start saying some positive things to yourself. You know, Lesley, I love who you are. You're really going to shine today. You're going to let your little light shine today. What makes me, you know, what do I want to do today that makes me feel good? Ooh, I can't wait. Say some positive things. I am successful. I am patient with myself. I am finding more things to love about myself. I am, whatever it is. Try to start the sentence out with I am, and then go, and then go from there. Now, discovering, our passions about ourselves, and knowing our strengths, and creating this plan to move forward, it really helps us also find our weaknesses, and where are our weaknesses within ourselves. And we're able to turn those weaknesses that we thought were strengths, but they're really weaknesses. We have a better idea of who we are. We're able to turn those strengths into, or those weaknesses into strengths, which is really going to be helpful. And it's just be your amazing self. You will live the most amazing life by connecting with your soul, figuring out who you are, what your life purpose is all about, loving and really appreciating it, celebrating your strengths, building on your weaknesses, and creating a life that you really want to live. And I hope you found this helpful to you. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please use the comment section below. And also, if you found this helpful, share this with any of your friends that you think that it would be helpful for them as well. And put your comment in there. If you have come up with some really great I am statements, please share them with me, because I would love to read them. I find that other people have such brilliant things to share, but sometimes they just, keep them too close into heart. Share your brilliance. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you don't just subscribe, put your name down. Let me know where you're from, what brought you to this channel, and what you thought about this video and other videos that will come out in the future. Thank you again so much for joining me, and I'll see you during our next video. Take care.